Yeah. And I think it's enough for short comments.
Well, maybe I could add something from the European Union perspective or from the perspective of one of the member states. So the debate is whether this issue should be solved on the level of the common foreign and security policy. There is a unanimity needed for the decision, or should be shifted to the trade agenda where the qualified majority is needed. The Czech Republic, the position of the Czech Republic is quite clear that this should be decided on the level of the common foreign and security policy. Our position is the same as the position of the European Commission, and we are in the group of states that think this way, not supporting the position of EAS. And second thing, I think also that this should be decided on the level of ministers or maybe prime ministers, not ambassadors. So that's quite clear. I think this is the position. But the debate is about the methodics of decision making. So we are in favor of unanimity, and of course, if you read the government statement that was approved by the government and by the new government in January, so there's written that we are against shifting the powers and the rights to decide from the nation states to the European level. So it means we are definitely against changing the votes or shifting the agenda from the unanimity to the qualified majority votes.
Thank you. Can we take Dan Williams from Bloomberg?
Ministers, thank you. First of all, Minister Saar, as we speak, Israel and Lebanon are holding the 6th round of negotiations, this time in Rome. What is left to discuss, and when is the Lebanese military to move into the pilot areas as were defined in the deal in Washington just a few weeks ago, which to my understanding doesn't even involve an Israeli withdrawal because there are no Israeli troops there. What is holding up that deployment? What is the schedule?
To
the Minister from Czech, if you could, is your country looking beyond Spider to acquiring more advanced Israeli systems, David Sling, Arrow and the like, given that they proved their battle worthiness recently in the recent war with Iran?
Well, we are ready to move forward implementing these 2 pilot zones. I hope and tend to believe that this round of discussions in Rome will promote it. We have all the goodwill to strengthen what was established on Washington, D.C. on June 26. It's historic, it's important, it's the only way forward, and we will demonstrate goodwill in Rome.
Yeah, thank you. Regarding the Spider, yes, we're discussing the air defense and the air defense systems with Israel because these systems are technologically on top. Especially after the NATO summit in Ankara, so we know that it is, for us, it's important to try to meet the capability targets set by the military planning of NATO headquarters, and one of these targets is the air defense for the Czech Republic. So I'm definitely not the military specialist. I'm only the Minister of Foreign Affairs. So usually the ministers of Foreign Affairs, with one exemption, doesn't understand to anything, that much. But I have in my delegation a member or the person from the Ministry of Defense, and I think these were also the part of their discussions regarding the Spider and the modernized Spider and some other, Well, I can invite you to the Defense Forum we are organizing, in I think October.
Or September.
Or September, it depends, You have your elections also. We have elections in the beginning of October, but
okay.
No problem.
Noted.
So I think this will be a serious discussion, a serious debate, not only about spider, also arrows. But I'm not the one who decides that. I'm not the one who plans that. This is the concept of our army. We will approve it on the government meeting, but the initiative is in the Ministry of Defense. So I'm not going to play any military specialist, and maybe you could ask my colleague later if you need this information for your article. So ask my colleague who is here present with me, and he was part of those discussions earlier today, so maybe he can give you some details.
I think we have time just for one more, if I can do Jakob from Czech TV.
Yes, hello. My name is Daniel. Actually, we switched with my colleague, but I believe this is the 4th time you've met with Minister Matsinka since he took office. You mentioned that he is a friend. Could you maybe elaborate on that? How kind the friendship is, maybe, and also if you feel like in the last 6 months the Czech-Israeli friendship has somehow deepened, and how far do you think it can go? And does the relationship Israel has with the Czech Republic somehow different to the rest of the European countries, and how, if so? Thank you.
Well, first, I believe friends is something universal, but so it can be understood everywhere, probably in the same way. But I will continue with what my colleague had said, that Czech friendship with Israel is traditional. It's a long time. It began, even during our independence war, we were helped by the Czechs, and this is something consistent in Czechia foreign policy. But if I can add something to the last 6 months, as you hinted, I would say that we, during a very short period of time, were able to practically push it forward, the bilateral dimension, the economic dimension, the business dimension, defense dimension, health dimension, and we were able to achieve a lot. And you could have seen that in the gathering today between Czech and Israeli business people, as much as you can. You could have seen that in Prague last May. And the way we work, and this is something I can say about my friend, is not only is a friend, but is also very practical. Every time we define the next milestone. And today we agreed that the next milestone will be a political defense conference that will push forward this dimension, and that will happen soon. Because every time we meet, we decide about the next step. It is very good, and therefore I can say I have not also a great friend, but also a great partner.
Maybe let me mention or add one thing. It's about the communication. We are making our ambassadors quite crazy.
Yeah.
That we are not communicating with each other on the official channels, but there are still old good text messages and Saturday calls. Gideon is one of the few Israeli people who is able to make a phone call on Saturday.
Yeah.
So, but I respect that. I respect the Jewish tradition. So I never refer to my office. What was on that call, because they wouldn't believe me that someone can work on Saturdays.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is one of the things foreign minister in our country must do.
I hope I didn't make you any problem.
No, it's good. It's good. It's okay. It's not something I hide. It's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that brings our time to an end. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know,